Hey everyone, it's Vanessa, V. Welcome to my channel where we discuss reigning over your life, conquering what's holding you back, and living life in victory each day using simplified strategies that work for you. Today we're going to be going over something that I kind of consider a superpower hack for a few reasons. One, it helps me feel more powerful within myself and about myself. It's super quick and super simple and easy, but it's also a 2-for-1. So you're gonna get 2 different kinds of hacks in one hack. I have used this for years, not only to give me a little boost of confidence whenever I need it, but also for the other thing that we're going to talk about in a second. So I am truly hoping that this works for you instantly, just like it has helped me instantly. We're going to walk through it together first, and then right afterwards we are going to very briefly go over why it works, how it works, and all that stuff, because that can also be really helpful too. Really quick before we get started, in case you don't know me, I'm an actress and speaker, I host workshops, and I'm also living with post-traumatic stress disorder. A few things that I'm not is a mental health care professional or a healthcare professional. I'm an expert in my own situation and what works for me, and my hope is that by sharing these strategies that I've had to master over the years, that they will help you just like they've helped me and so many others. Ooh, and don't forget, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. So we are going to be touching on confidence today, and it's really, normal for us all to experience different levels of confidence, be it the situation that we're facing, how we're feeling inside, what we're thinking, all that stuff. And while feeling that lack of confidence, while it doesn't feel that great usually, if ever, is totally normal and totally okay. And a lot of times for a lot of us, when we feel any kind of lack of confidence, sometimes we sort of like shove that aside, shove the situation away. We don't want to deal with it because it doesn't feel good. And that's okay to do sometimes. But what about those times when you can't and you need that confidence ASAP? Like job interview, you're about to go in for an audition, stuff like that. Or you're just sick and tired of it ruling your life and holding you back. Because I can tell you from experience, that's a real thing, kids. Facing fears and working on gaining confidence can be really overwhelming, right? So I know that there's a lot of strategies out there that can help us do that. And we are definitely going to cover a lot of those in future videos because they're all really important. But really today's focus is on basically, even if you are generally a confident person, sometimes we just need a quick pick-me-up of confidence. So that's what I'm all about, and that's what we're going over today. Okay, so this 2-for-1 hack, what's it all about? Basically, I am a lifelong dancer. I used to teach dance, choreograph it, but I've taken a ton of dance classes. I'm also a certified Zumba instructor, group fitness instructor. I'll put that link below in case you're interested in learning more about that. But basically, the whole reason I'm telling you this is because one of the 2-for-1 parts of this hack is the fact that I originally learned this hack in dance class. And it worked so well, I actually teach it in my workout classes because it's awesome. And it wasn't until years later in doing all of this in-depth research about stress and anxiety and how to cope with my post-traumatic stress disorder that I actually learned that the actual physical action of doing this hack is also a confidence booster. So not only does it help with confidence, but it also is a posture hack. So we're gonna go over that, and hopefully what you will notice when we do this hack together is you're gonna notice both of those things improving. You're gonna notice an increased boost of confidence, and you're also gonna notice a better form, a better posture. And I know a lot of us out there actually have to work on that or feel the need to work on that. And so this hack can help you with both. It's a get one, a go-go. Or is it a get one, get two? Go-to? Whatever. It's a go-go. Let's get to the hack so we can get to living. Now, I call this hack 2 inches. I know it's not very pretty or whatever, but it just kind of helps keep all of my hacks organized in my head because it's very descriptive. All right, so we're gonna start off either sitting or standing. And if possible, in front of a mirror. Now, I'm going to be doing this standing just because I tend to use this hack when I'm standing. But really, as with most hacks, it doesn't matter. You can use it anytime, anywhere, sitting, standing, all that stuff. If you are sitting or standing, we want to make sure that our legs are not right together. So just try and separate your legs a little bit. It's going to help us have a more solid stance, which is going to help this hack work even better. So having our hands at our sides, we're really just going to take note of how does our body feel and how does our body look if we're standing in front of a mirror. Now, this isn't to judge at all, and I also don't want us to correct anything. This is really to help us sort of see where our body naturally tends to go without us thinking. You know, what's our default stance when we're sitting or standing? Because that's not only going to help give us an idea of that, but also give us an idea of how well this hack works for us. So go ahead and take note of that. My posture is definitely not perfect right now, so if yours isn't too, I totally feel ya. It's all good. So just take note, and if you need to pause before moving forward, not a problem. Go ahead and do that. Now, what I want us to think about when we do this move is literally growing our spine 2 inches. So it's going to look like this. I'll show you first, that way you know what it looks like, and then we'll do it together. So we're going to have our arms at our sides for this. I'm going to put my hand here just to kind of show us what we're doing. But basically, we're just going to grow our spine in this region 2 inches. So here we go. And I'm definitely feeling my posture in better alignment, so my form is better, and I'm also feeling a boost of confidence. So I'll just reset to default, shake it out a little bit. All right, so let's do it together. And again, I really just want us to focus on, if nothing else, lengthening our spine, growing that spine 2 inches. So go ahead, hands are at our sides. Again, I'll show us right here with my hand what we're doing. And we will grow 2 inches. Let's go. Awesome. So we'll hold that position, and I'll just kind of talk about what we might be experiencing right now. So when I do this move, and you may have experienced this as well, I'm noticing that my chest has lifted a little bit. My shoulder blades are sort of backing down a little bit. I'm feeling taller. I'm more open in my chest region. I'm feeling more relaxed. My spine isn't feeling as compacted. And really just from the belly button up, I'm sort of feeling like I'm floating a little bit. But I'm also resting in this position, if that makes any sense. What I'm not feeling, and what I don't want us to feel, is any sort of extreme tension or holding in this position, because that's not going to help us relax. That's only going to trigger our brain that we're unsafe. So again, all we're doing is just thinking about lifting in this region 2 inches. And you can hold this position as you go about your day, as you move around. I definitely try to do that, and if I notice that I'm not in this position, I reset back to it. But if it's just something that you want to use here and there, that's totally cool too. It's, again, whatever works for you. That's what all these hacks are about, making them work for you. Okay, so I always try and address using these hacks in public, because we can use hacks in private, right? But figuring out how to modify them if they're not comfortable for us to use in public is also important. So if this isn't something that, if you're starting in your default mode and then you decide, oh, well, I'm around people, but my posture's not that great right now, that might draw a little bit of attention and make us feel a little uncomfortable. So instead, thinking about sort of morphing it into an action that has to do with your environment. So say you're at the store and there's an item on the shelf that, you might want to pick up. You're noticing your posture is a little down. So maybe incorporating it into picking up that item. So say I'm reaching for a can of spaghetti. When I stand up, I'm standing up in my 2 inches. So I'm incorporating it with that move. I'm not making anyone look at me or feel uncomfortable. I don't feel uncomfortable, but I'm still helping myself grow 2 inches to feel that boost of confidence and have better form. Easy peasy. Okay, so really quick, Why does it work? How does it work? Why does it work so well? Basically, in a nutshell, because we will be going into this more in depth in a future video, two key things happen when we do this hack. So not only is our posture and physical positioning more open, but we're also taller. And those two things are directly connected to the brain and the brain's allowance of us feeling confident. It's also tied to our levels of stress and anxiety. And both of those actions are sending a direct message to our brain, our control center for stress, anxiety, and confidence, that we are actually safe or safer because we are not physically trying to sort of shut down and protect ourselves. And therefore, the brain allows us to experience more increased confidence and increased self-esteem. If you're not familiar with how the brain operates under stress, I've posted a link below in the description to a previous video that will help you understand it even more. So that's what's happening when we do this. And experiencing that boost and that shift inside is actually, I think, kind of cool and pretty exciting. And we can actually witness this body-brain reaction in a really cool, simple way that feels good. If you didn't feel a difference, it's all good. Not all hacks work for everyone or every time. Either way, I do encourage us to keep trying it out and to try and incorporate this and other hacks into our daily lives because the more that we use these hacks, whether we feel like we need them or not in the moment, will help retrain our brain to live in more victory just as a default. Woohoo! That is it. Thank you so much for joining in today, you guys. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Like or dislike this video, it's cool either way. Follow me on social media, links are below, and feel free to comment below with the word woohoo if you found anything in this video enlightening. Don't forget to stand tall, reach high, and dream big. And I will see you next time.